What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you're new to the channel, it's your boy Rashid. And definitely subscribe, smash that like button. Let's get right into it, man. The headlines of the show today. Spencer Dinwiddie actually has to go, man. I mean, he has to actually get either via trade or he needs to come off the bench. Because I mean, our one position, the starting point guard position is just, I mean, it straight up has been really, really bad. I mean, horrible, man, horrible. We're gonna get into these box scores real quick, and let's see how much he had. 13 points. He was at -12. He had 5 assists, 1 out of 6 from the 3-point line, 4 out of 13 field goal attempts. Man, this is not going to cut it, man. When you look at other starting point guards in the NBA, you know, I get it that Ben Simmons is actually injured. I mean, this wasn't the actual plan for Spencer Dinwiddie to actually really be a starter. He's a backup. But one of the things is, I mean, according to Jacques Vaughn, and even the numbers actually support this over here, is that he was at 39% from the 3-point line. All right, so you can't have your best 3-point shooter bringing the ball up again, because we have a shot clock we got to work with. He has to bring the ball up. So say 24 is 19 seconds. They're not gonna just let him walk up to the 3-point line and actually just shoot a three. He has to pass the ball, and his duties as a point guard is actually try to get other players going. I mean, he has to facilitate, get others involved, and then kind of look for his second. But you got other players and other starting point guards in the NBA that's actually doing that. Halliburton, Ja Morant, Jalen Brunson. I mean, we're very weak at our starting point guard position over here. And there's some ideas, temporary to actually remedy this until either Ben gets back or they make some type of trade, because they were better with Ben Simmons as a point guard, and that's really more or less about it. And rebounding and defense, but all right. So what was I saying about the shot clock? Okay, so he has to get everybody involved, and by the time he actually gets the ball back, it would be like 8-9 seconds on the shot clock, and then you got to give it. You got to put him in a 2 position. Get Dennis Smith Jr. Start him. He actually has a skill. He can get downhill. A couple of guys we were talking, we were calling him like a little mini Ben Simmons. Man, he can actually get down to the rim. I'm sorry. Who puts pressure on the defense. He gets downhill, and he has the athleticism where he can actually finish. This is actually going to cause the team, the defenders out there, to go out there and really kind of collapse the floor and make sure he doesn't get a wide open lane. Thus, it was going to open up other opportunities for shooters right there. Another option over here is to bring Trendon Watford as the backup point guard. Now, I know he's a power forward, but if you actually look at him when he was actually playing, let's say, against Milwaukee, he had 17 points, played really, really good defense, and it causes the Bucks to actually have to go and put, what's his name? I keep forgetting this. Bobby Portis on what do you call it? On Trendon Watford right there. So that's how much of an impact he was actually having right there. He's 6'9". I mean, come on, man. We got matchups that we can actually cause the other team's problems, and then Jacques Vaughn is not really utilizing this over here, man. You got a 6'9" guy against Dame. He's like 6'2", 6'3". They had to hide him. They had to hey, we got to put Bobby Portis on Trendon Watford. So there was a weak link there. And I don't want to even get into that game, man. That game overall disgusted me. So it's like with Jacques Vaughn, it's the same nuance over here. Oh, well, things don't go well, I'm gonna go with Dorian Finney-Smith, and things don't actually go well, then we're gonna go with Royce O'Neal. I mean, another problem we have is Claxton. He's undersized at the 5 position. Okay, he's undersized. And that's okay if he's undersized, if he had offensive skills. There's some type of jump shooting where he can actually space the floor, and then maybe he had the ball handling skills, which you figure at his weight he should be able to do that. And he had the ball handling skills to actually put the ball on the floor against like a slower big man and really kind of get to the rim. He doesn't really give you that. Outside 2 or 3 feet from the basket. I'm arguing why he's even starting, man. It really kind of should be Dayron. I mean, Dayron at least is 265 pounds. At least we match up against some of the other bigger centers. Who is their center over here, man? All right, so they went with because they didn't even play a center in OKC. So you look at Chet Holmgren, he's 7 feet, right? 7'1", 195 pounds, and look at the skills that he actually gives you compared to a Claxton. All right, so you can actually go with Chet at the 4, even though he's undersized at the 4 or undersized at the 5, but he actually pulls defenders away from the basket. So because of his ability to actually shoot. What's his stats? Let's see how much he's from 3. He's shooting 40% from 3. Okay. So yeah, you can put him at the 4. Claxton, we can't do that. We can't put him at the 4. Undersized at the 4. I figure he matched up with Chet Holmgren over here in terms of the weight. This would be perfect for him. Still couldn't get it done. Can't get any kind of wins over here, man. So Claxton would be at the 3 position. Problem is, no ball handling. He can handle the ball. We've seen that in college. We've seen it in high school. But on the NBA level, we've seen him get stripped, or sometimes he doesn't make great decisions. He'll try to split the defense and turn the ball over. He doesn't make the right reads. So I mean, yeah, it's really, really bad. And they gave Spencer Dinwiddie over here. These are the game grades. I normally like to do these when I do a live, but it's a hectic week for me. So we're going to do this in a regular video here. So they said Dinwiddie had a tough time in this one shooting the ball as he couldn't get anything to go from anywhere on the floor. When it comes to shooting the ball, Dinwiddie has rarely been good enough for the Nets on that end. At some point, you wonder if his ball handling is enough to offset it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not. Listen, if you're not going to be able to score, right? He only had 13 points. Listen, you got to get more assists up. You got to actually play defense. When he first came to the Brooklyn Nets, he was a really, really good defender, man. He was, you definitely could see the way he was actually moving laterally. I said, okay, Dinwiddie can actually move his feet. Yeah, I should have got those clips up, man. Damn. To try to show the audience over here. All right, so let's continue with this over here. If his ball handling is enough to offset his poor shooting, and Brooklyn continues to lose games, as already mentioned, Dinwiddie did a good job of getting the ball to open teammates, but other than that, he also struggled on the defensive end. Yeah, man, he's 6'6", man. He's 6'6", and he's not like a slow, lethargic 6'6". He's 6'6" with some athleticism over here, man. So I think Jacques Vaughn is actually really kind of doing a horrible job. He refuses to make adjustments. This is the adjustments he had was actually really starting like Dorian Finney-Smith. 3 out of 13 from the field goal from the field, 2 out of 2 from 8 from the 3-point line, man. And it looked like the team was actually doing well with Cam Thomas on the bench, but I don't know, man. I was talking with somebody in the comment section of the last video, and he was just saying like, yo, Cam Thomas is just not really playing within a team concept. I seen that he took like some bad shots. And he didn't get back on defense. I mean, he was like, his man got wide open for a 3. He didn't realize where the shooter was in the corner. This is really, really bad, man. So Trendon Watford actually did get some burn, but he got 2 minutes. Dayron Sharpe actually got, what do you call it? 3 points, but he only had 8 minutes. But he had look at this. Trendon Watford +1, and Dayron Sharpe, he had a +6. And Nic Claxton was a -21 from, in this game over here, man. This is bad. So, he has to sense things like that. That's not going well for Claxton. Take Claxton out, put Dayron in, because it looks like Dayron was actually, and Trendon Watford, based on the plus minuses, was actually on their way to actually having a really, really good game over here, man. So Cam Thomas, 20 points, -9. So again, with Giles, he's 6'10", 240 pounds. I don't know why Jacques Vaughn doesn't want. You can put him at the 5 position. Okay, at least he matches up, size-wise, weight-wise, with other centers around the NBA, the Jared Allens, the Clint Capellas, the Sabonises. They're not going to just be able to run them over, you know, right? So with Claxton in there, you have like, I mean, it's just, you have to send immediate help. And these guys in the NBA today, man, these guys are so good at shooting the 3-ball, man. I mean, these guys can really shoot. And with Claxton in there, man, and I love the guy, man. I love him, man. I mean, I love his versatility on the defensive end, you know, when it comes to like guarding guards on the perimeter. I mean, he does an okay job of that. It just depends on who it is that he's actually guarding. John Morant, he doesn't have a prayer. Trae Young, he doesn't have a prayer. Halliburton, he doesn't have a prayer. I mean, you know, like, these guys are good, man. So only thing I can think of with Claxton is to try to get him into some like some switches where he can get switched on to like a smaller player, and maybe he can actually put the ball on the floor. But then they're gonna really kind of test his passing capabilities, man. Whether he's gonna make the right like passes if the defense actually comes and helps. Can't just look to go score, and maybe the pressure of the contract is actually getting to him. Maybe he's not touching the ball enough. How many touches do he actually have? I mean, that's another thing with his teammates, with Dinwiddie. You got to look to get Claxton involved over here, man. Yeah, 11 field goal attempts, but what's this? All right, let's look at the. So against Chet. All right, so against Chet Holmgren, I mean, Claxton should be on the offensive end, should be able to win this matchup. This is a good matchup for him on the offensive end. And Dinwiddie, who's the point guard, got to really look to kind of get him the ball. Whether him driving the lane more, putting like not walking the ball up the floor, but like pushing the ball, and then getting like a Chet Holmgren to actually
we push harder.
Getting Chet Holmgren to actually switch on to him or something like that, and then that can open up things for Claxton. But I don't know, man. This is. Jacques Vaughn is the main problem over here. He actually has to go. He is stubborn. They gave Mikal Bridges a C. Yeah, he started off really, really well. Cam Johnson a C+. This is another guy they actually have to really kind of get going. He's quiet in that fourth quarter. But it's like I said, there's only one basketball, man. If Cam Thomas wants to be that guy, he has to actually look to get. I mean, there'll be times where 18 seconds on the shot clock, you know, Cam Thomas would just go and just go out there and score. I mean, dude, use your team, man. Use your team. You know, you got 18 seconds. Use your team. Yeah, you get Dorian Finney-Smith a D-, had one of his worst defensive games of the season. Yeah, I like Cam Johnson. They get Claxton a B, and a D. Who else? Oh, Day'Ron Sharpe is a B. I was just saying this. So Sharpe curiously did not play much in this game against the Thunder, despite making some good plays during his time on the floor. Sharpe played hard. And that's what I was saying. He was a +3. I mean, you saw that, like, the numbers actually showed that he was actually really going to actually have a really, really impactful game. Ah, man. And who was there for? Who's these others? Jai Williams. Let's see how much he weighs. Jalen Williams. Come on, man. We couldn't get Claxton in this game over here. They went small. This is a small lineup right here, man. We couldn't get Day'Ron in this game. He's 265 pounds. What is Jacques Vaughn thinking, man? I don't know, man. All right, I'm gonna wrap this video up, man. I'm lost for words here. I have so much more to say, but it's I don't want to make this video really, really too long. So Happy New Year's, everyone. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video, and when you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.